if you just don't expect anything out of it, you're not going to get upset. And then more naturally, like, gigs will come to you. Oh no, it's...
Well, I mean, let's just fucking get straight into it then.
Okay.
So, I mean, Annie, welcome.
Hello,
You don't
hello.
need to get fucking introduced. I think everyone in the whole of Sydney who's ever DJ'd knows who you are. So I think we're alright on that front. But I mean, just to fucking, well, how are you, Annie? How have things been for you?
Good, very, very good. Lots of stuff happening literally just today. Like, I thought I was going to have a really chill August, and now it's like, I just said to someone, I look at my calendar, I'm like, help me. Like, it's good, but it's just like, at the same time, it's just like, oh my God, there's so much going on right now. But
Yeah,
it's
like
good.
bookings, events, everything.
Yeah.
Nice. It's good to hear. Well, I mean, I want to jump straight into it. I've already told you I'm pretty fucking keen to hear how did you get into DJing? What's the story? What happened? Take me through it.
Like, I've obviously had friends who've always DJ'd, always gone to their sets, spent so many nights at Chinese Laundry.
Oh, yeah.
Super drunk.
Yeah.
But like, I think the first time I actually wanted to try was I went to the Critical Takeover at the beginning of 2020. It was, I think it was Australia Day. And I was really fucking cooked. Really, really cooked. And I just specifically remember the moment where Enai dropped Original Nutter doubled with the Shadows VIP and the crowd's reaction. And when he spun it back, I just sat there and thought, I want to give people that reaction.
Oh,
that was like the
100%.
first initial. But like, I remember nothing else from that night, but remembering that one fucking moment. And I was like, I have to do that one day.
The one wheel. That's
The one
so
wheel.
fucking sick. Yeah, especially getting into it and you hear the bam, bam, bam from the shot. It's just so standard.
And
so
he's just
standard.
like, he's insane. Like, he's at everything he does.
It's so fucked. He was like, because I know right now the rollers are kind of like, the rollers have cooled off a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, Enai was like, he was the kingpin of it. I mean, when Sinking VIP came out, it was just like,
Yeah.
what do you even do? Like, what are you even doing? Like, it's just fucked. It's so fucked. I'd love to hear a bit about your laundry experiences as well. How did
Oh
you?
my God.
So how long have you been going to laundry for?
I started going to laundry. My first laundry night was 2017. It was Valentino Con.
Nice.
And that was, I was vomiting relentlessly in the bathrooms because they used to have $5 happy hour drinks.
Oh
like,
my God.
I know. We're never going to fucking see that shit again, right?
No chance. No fucking chance.
And then like getting in the mosh because he played hardstyle. Valentino
Really?
Con played hardstyle.
It's like the guy who did Deep Down Low, right? It's like,
Yeah.
what
So
the
you'd
fuck?
think he would do like deep house, like bass music, but he played really like hybrid shit and hardstyle.
Yeah,
near the
right.
end. So I broke my
That's
glasses, ended up like blind for 2 days, but after that I started going a lot because like that's where I really kind of started. It was like a lot of like my friends, a lot of them used to DJ like trap, dubstep, a lot of that stuff. So I would just go just to hang out, have a good time, and fuck, I know we're all going to hear it eventually, but I miss old Chinese Laundry so bad.
I think everyone fucking does. Like, I wish I was able to get into that golden era because I was fresh 18 because I turned 18 in 2019. So I only copped because I'll never forget like one of my first times going to laundry. Such a stinker. It was Wafu and Distinct. And at this time, I didn't really understand the fact that like you go to like events and like don't just get like fucked up because I was like 18 and I was like, what are you gonna do?
Oh no, but you do get fucked up at Chinese Laundry.
Yeah, well, I found that out. But I also found out that the bar staff don't really like it when you do fucked up, and I fucking got kicked out, and I was just like all 18, and I tried to get back in, and it was just an absolute mess, and I was like, fuck, and I missed Wafu, and I was like, oh god damn it. So I'm so sad that I was just such a little degenerate 18-year-old when it was good.
But you learn after that. You learn.
You figure it out. You figure it out. What was your best experience at laundry?
My best experience at laundry. Probably when I saw Boo play in the cave, and I did mushrooms.
Oh, wait,
I had shrooms, and I'm like 4 feet in front of him, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, what did he open his set with? He opened with Retreat 2019 by, I think it's 2019, by Chase and Status. And then he went into, it was a serum dub at the time. I can't think of the name of it, but everyone's just like, what the fuck is this song?
Holy fuck.
It was a great set.
That's so sick. Boo. That's so fucking good. I just wish they got to bring that back, because I don't understand why laundry don't bring it back. Like, what's your opinion? Like, do you think they should, or do you think they should keep going down the route they're doing now?
The thing is, it's like 86, they were the ones that were like bringing like the heart and soul of the bass events there. And since now Maryvale just wants to run it their own way, and it's Maryvale, they have money, they can do whatever the fuck they want, and it doesn't matter if it's a shit night or a good night, they can do whatever they want. And it's more so now, like, because techno and hard groove are really popular now. Look at the Melbourne scene, it's booming there.
Oh,
they're bringing it here. And I'm just like, we have other events like that, like, where do they do it? Abercrombie does a bit of it. Basement does it. I'm like, they want to do what they want to do, but I think eventually, like, someone said it in the Sydney Bass Brigade, it's like, it's still the same laundry, but it's like the heart and soul of it is not there.
Yeah.
And it's a new generation of ravers. They obviously don't know what it used to be like. And I've seen the videos. It looks fucking sick, but I'm just like, I'll wait for a bass event.
Yeah.
I'll wait for a bass event.
I know. Because I suppose, it's just that generation where it is just really just such a reset because of COVID. Like, you have this whole like 2-3 year gap that's just filled up, and it's just like, you can just feel that it's like empty. But it's really great to see it coming up, because I mean, I'd love to get your thoughts on just how the Sydney scene is right now, and thoughts on where it might go, and are you happy with how it is now?
It's good. Like, it's obviously because of COVID, a lot of venues have had to shut down, and it's very unfortunate. And like, obviously right now it's winter. Winter's always dead, but we're still like, it still right now feels like there's a lot of oversaturation with events, which is a good thing. Not oversaturation, I should say, more so like we're still spoiled for choice.
I like that term, yeah.
And it hasn't been like that for a while. Like, it only used to be after what, like 2021, 22, maybe an event once a month, like a big one. And now it's like every weekend. I'm like, fuck, I want to stay home sometimes. But it's like, it's helping the scene recover.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's great seeing it recover. And I love the I think the spoil for choice, it's so nice to see, like, I mean, I think one of my favorite events happening right now, obviously, because I mean, I love the dubstep, is all the obnoxious guys like Ivy, Dave, like all those guys. I love Obnoxious so much. I'm so pro Obnoxious.
Same.
Yes.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
Very. You know what? On the spectrum, obviously. Clearly. Cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I mean, and you know what? If they were all here right now, I bet they say the exact same fucking thing. And then you cut to videos of them in their onesies. The best.
I literally told Abby on Saturday after he played Pop Up, I give up. He literally played 40 tracks in 30 minutes. And I was just sitting there like,
oh my God.
He's only been DJing for a fucking year. I'm just like, all right, I quit. I'm done. I'm shit. I'm not doing this anymore.
That's so funny. It's almost like he's got the cue points like 2 bars before each drop. It's like, just straight into it.
He chopped everything.
Oh, yeah. I remember having him on last week. He was like, yeah, I was doing your shot. And then all of a sudden, I think he said Callie was his teacher. And he was just like, so if you put this song with this song, put them together. And he was like, wait, I can chop? He was like, oh, instantly just in love with it.
Yep.
And I mean, you look at him, Mac, like the fucking choppers of the scene.
The fucking lumberjack extraordinaires.
The lumberjack extraordinaires. Yeah, literally, that's it. So, Skyrim.
Fucking hell.
I'm just gonna hard reset it. I want to know, would you say Skyrim's your favorite game?
Ever? No, it's not.
Oh,
But
right.
it's been something that I've been playing a fuck ton of recently.
How long have you been into it?
A few months.
Nice.
This is
Nice.
the one save. I don't know how many hours. I think I'm at like 400 something.
That's solid. I like it. I like it. You got to stack them. You got to get 100 hours and then, what was it, 1,000 hours to be a professional or something?
Yeah.
1,000.
10,000 hours apparently. If you practice something, you're a professional at.
Well, there you go. You need to get to 10,000 hours and you can officially put on your resume you're a professional Skyrim player.
Yes, I am professional at Skyrim. Thank you.
Yeah, on the fucking record. What is your favorite game of all time then?
The BioShock series actually.
Oh yeah, yeah. What did you play it on? Were you Xbox, PlayStation?
I was a PlayStation person, and I've played
Nice.
all three of them like at least 5 or 10 times. 5 to 10.
100%.
So many
Nice.
times.
Nice. So would you say that when you have, like you said before, I mean, it's nice to have a day off. Would you say that playing games is something which kind of helps you to relax, or is there anything else that you kind of like to do generally?
I also really have been into like watching really obscure UK shows. I know it's weird, but I'm watching one and it's literally like based off these two people. It's like a mockumentary in rural UK and it's just, it's very dry and weird, but I find it hilarious.
It's so good.
And my boyfriend's like, this isn't funny. I'm like, yes, it is. And I'll watch it by myself then.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think the UK humor is just so elite. I think it's just
weird.
the best. I love it so
They're
much.
weird.
Oh, they are. Because I know, it's like the best way to describe the UK humor is like, if you don't get it, you're probably the joke.
Yes.
Which is what I love about it.
Yes.
I think it's hilarious.
It's like extremely passive aggressive in ways.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But then you guys are like that too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, pretty much. All right. I'd love to know a bit more about your DJing journey. So, you've gotten into DJing now. How did you go about getting booked for the very first time?
So my first gig was probably like a month and a half into mixing. The guy who helps run 86 events when they were still at Laundry, they were called Basics. He posted on Facebook, which he still does too. He like will ask DJs to post like a little mini mix to get booked. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. I'll submit something. And then he messaged me a few days later. I was just like, holy shit. And you know who was just supporting? It was fucking Uzi.
Really?
So random. But yeah, I was on the closing set for Uzi in the Cave and Laundry. And that was, oh man, that set was a fucking nightmare. That set taught me so much.
What was the biggest lesson you got out of that?
Don't put all your hot cues on the decks. Make it in record box. Like, because I got up there and there were fucking 900s. And they were dodgy as shit. Like, these are the decks that Subtronics played on. So, like, so many internationals have been through there and have abused them. So I get on and I go to play. There's no hot cues. And I'm just, like, looking and I'm panicking. And I'm like, help.
You look at the clock and you're like, 58 minutes left.
Yeah, I was still okay. It still went well. And he thought it was great. And in my head, I'm like, I fucked up a lot, but like the distortion of the bass that used to be in the Cave, you could not even tell. Like, it'd be really hard to fuck up a set there.
Yeah, true. That's crazy getting booked Laundry for the first time. That's sick. That's so sick. Do you have any advice? For people trying to get into the scene who are in that same position where they might have just got some decks, they're trying to get around it? What would you say to that person who wants to get into, you know what it is about SAE?
Sad face.
Yeah, literally. You know what it is? That always happens on this fucking Wi-Fi, right? I'm gonna leave this in. I'm gonna leave this fucking in, right? This is my fucking. I'm gonna leave.
Have your rant.
Yeah, this fucking SAE, great fucking plays, but for some reason, I don't know, if anyone is listening to this, it gets this blue fucking dumb fucking sad face on their laptop and it just crashes. Can you just like tell me what the fuck is going on? It's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying. Anyway.
Go, we got it out? You feel better?
It's all out. It's all out.
Okay.
All right. So what would you say to that person who is wanting to get booked for the first time, who's ready to get out there, ready to get their first gig? What advice would you give to them?
Just go to the gigs first. Go make friends. Like, be yourself. Don't be that person who just like randomly sends the mix to the promoters, because like obviously after a certain amount of like experience and like gigs that you've gone, you can. But if you're brand new, just go make friends. Like, just talk to people, because like knowing people, it really does help. And like you want to build a relationship with your scene, because like without them, you're nothing.
No, 100%. I know, yeah, you need that. You need that to be able to build yourself up, because you need to build other people up with you. I think that's like the best way to do it.
Yeah.
So when people are going to these events and everything, I mean, from my perspective, you seem like you're very outgoing, very able to like talk to people. You seem like a people person to me. What's that like for you? How do you cope with going to a new event, meeting new people, and those kind of like anxieties that come from that, and those kinds of feelings of like, oh, am I saying the dumb thing? Like, did this person like me? How do you deal with that kind of push and pull?
I'll tell you now, there's been quite a lot of events that I've played where like they find me and they'll message me and ask, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And then I don't know anyone there, and I'm just nonverbal in the back. It's so hard. I think that has to do with just like being neurodivergent. You can, if you see people that you obviously know and you already have like a connection with, it's very easy. But if it's with people I don't know, it's a lot more different, and you just don't cope well. Everyone's different, but that's like my perspective. Like, it's really hard for me. Like, I'll just be quiet. But if it's people I know, I'll literally say anything.
What did you say? Do you struggle? Do you find is the thing that's hard for you where it's like that initial kind of like talking? Because when you take yourself back to the start of your DJing journey, I mean, you meet so many people along the way. How was that when you first started? Like, did you have your friends with you to help you like meet new DJs, or did you just throw yourself in there and just do what you can?
Sometimes I'm really bad at explaining things, especially like how I do things. But I think it's because I already knew so many people in the scene that it came naturally, and that it was just easy to talk to people.
Nice.
But like if it's new people, it's a little more difficult. But yeah, I think that's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. If you
some people are just like you said, people person.
People person. Yeah.
I kind of taught myself how to be that way, because I can be very like introverted or extroverted, but it just depends on the event, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. How did you find your shot? Did your shot, because you did fucking pretty well in your shot. You're obviously coming second overall. How did you find that your shot changed? Did you find that your shot changed your career in DJing? Did you say it helped you? Did you say it? What did you get out of that, and how did you get the most out of it?
Well, before your shot, like I was doing sets here and there, but it was like deep, minimal D&B, like really chill stuff. And like obviously when you're starting out, like you need to take the sets where you might have to play close and no one will be there. You might have to play open and no one will be there. But I'm like, to me, it's just paid practice, and like you should still be happy because you're still getting yourself out there. But I was doing a lot of that. And the stuff I really wanted to play, no one had seen me play. And then I did your shot, and everyone's like, oh. So I was like, yeah, I get to play what I want a little more.
Yeah, 100%.
Even though I still love playing deep minimal. Hence the Amanu gig coming up. I'm excited for that.
I know. I'm fucking...
Yeah.
Please.
It was a bit nuts, because like at first it was like a few chill months. I did a guest mix, like I think it was a month and a half later, for someone in Europe, and that was really fun.
Wow, that's sick.
And then I did a few guest mix for a few collectives in Newcastle area. and that was fun as well.
Nice.
And then, like, April hit of 2023, and like since then it's just consistent gigs.
Nice. Did you what would you kind of accredit that to? Would that just be just kind of all came together, or was
I
there
have no
anything?
idea. I don't know. I have
happened.
no idea. Because like, I don't know. I just played.
Just happened.
And then I sat back. I said nothing, and then yeah.
Well, I think that's like kind of how it works anyway. Is that
Yeah.
I mean you do all the hard work behind the scenes, and I think it just comes together. You know, once like if you put in the hard works and you put in the hard works to be a good DJ and you do all that stuff behind the scene, then it's gonna happen. I think as long as you just keep doing that. If you have to go back to back with one DJ ever in the world right now, who's it gonna be?
Simula.
Fucking
Even though I
take that
love Serum
USB.
and he's my favorite, like, oh my god, I think we all fucking love Simula. And
Oh,
he's
that fucking
openly
guy.
like talks about being on the spectrum. So he's he's actually like very neurodivergent.
Yeah.
And I met him when I played it was Mosey and Simula at Cult, and I was on
Yeah.
that gig. No one was there. And this is before they both
Yeah.
blew up. And I talked to him briefly, and he's, oh my God, poor thing. I felt bad because I was like really excited to meet him. And I'm like, maybe he just doesn't like me. And then finding out later, I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it must be so hard for him to
Yeah.
socialize.
Yeah, yeah. It is, yeah, that's such a hard thing to kind of deal with when you're like that fucking level. Because it's like Simula's, it's like he's not going to have trouble going to like a Woolies, do you know what I mean? Like he's not going
Yeah.
to have trouble going to the shops. But like you go to one of those gigs and it's just like, oh my fucking God, you're Simula.
you're
And
like,
you're
"Hey,
literally
hi."
like, yeah, he's just like, oh my God, don't look at me, fuck.
That's how I feel sometimes if it's people I don't know.
Yeah.
But if it's friends, I'm like, oh, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Don't, you're full of shit. But someone else, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. It's just like, oh, don't fucking look at me. Like, oh, Jesus.
And he's just so insanely unique. Like,
Oh.
nothing sounds like him.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, 100%. What's your favorite Simula song?
Behemoth.
Oh,
Or-
well, actually,
or
that's
you know
not
what?
even, that's not even.
Ravioli. Have you heard that one? It's like a really old jump up song he made.
No, I
And I
haven't heard
hated it for ages. And it used to get played all the time when I was going out in like 2019.
right.
Yeah, he used to make jump up.
would you call his style jump up though?
Swamp.
Swamp, is that a thing?
Yeah, he's in the
my
swamp.
God. Oh my God.
I think it's just swamp noises.
Just I actually well, now that you say that is such a visceral like it's like I just had like like a visceral sound that happened in my brain. So you say swamp, it's so true. It's so true. Like that is how you describe it.
Swamp. Yeah.
That's it. What did he make that? Is that like a coined Simula thing? Is that just because I always just thought it was like I actually don't know. I thought it was just like grot dark jump up, I guess.
Oh no, I'm
don't
just
know.
making up a meme word.
No, I love it. I love it. I love
good.
it. I'm gonna call it swamp now. I'm telling everyone. It's swamp now. It's fucking swamp. It is. Tell me it's not swamp.
It literally sounds like it.
Yeah, exactly. Would you say you take a lot of inspiration from someone like Simula, or do you get your inspiration from
For mixing?
For mixing, yeah.
You know who actually is one of my big inspirations? I'd say like Andy C. Andy C, Subfocus, they're so incredible.
What's the best thing that you kind of take from what they do?
Just how perfectly they articulate their sets and mesh songs together. Just, they're very good.
Well, then, what do you value more when you're creating a set? Do you value the flow of it, or do you value more so the actual mixing techniques you're doing? What do you think's
selection.
the most? Track selection?
Yeah. I mix
so-
quite slow, and no, I don't think people know that, but like usually I only mix like my magic number is like 45 in a set.
No,
And
I
it
think
doesn't
that's a
sound
good
like it.
number.
But like, so I know a lot of people mix really fast, and which, like, obviously I've had sets where I've mixed really fast, but usually I like to go slow, and I like build ups and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
I think in the drum and bass community, sometimes it's like it's kind of been pushed back.
Yeah, no, 100%. It is just that drilling kind of thing, just like
Don't get me wrong, I fucking love that too.
No, I know.
Love that too.
I think that's like it's like the way I think about it is like there's like an art to a breakdown.
Yes.
You know, and like using that, really using that. So how do you go about curating your sets? So where do you start when you want to make set? Obviously, you know, you got the event that you're playing. You're not gonna play dubstep at an Amanu gig, but it's like, but where do you kind of start? So you know the event, you know what kind of stuff you're gonna play. How do you kind of pull it together? What's the most important kind of factors for you when you're creating a set?
I guess like the main thing is like knowing like who the headliner is and like getting a gist of, because obviously like the further you DJ, like you're not going to find out your set time right away. You might not find out until a few days before, and then like I guess it's like trying to pull together a playlist of songs that might be good for the event. It's like kind of like the artist is the main color, and you want to create other colors in the palette that like complement the main color.
Yeah,
which so you find songs that would complement the main artist.
Yeah, I see. So it's like, do you only have your set really finalized the day before then? Like, are you very kind of like, you mix and match, or do you find that playlist and then maybe like you find your set time, you find your opening, and then you curate it straight away? Or is it always kind of up in the air for you till you kind of do it?
I used to start so early and practice so many times, but I think the further along, like as an experienced DJ, and we can all admit, like after a while we get a bit lazy and we just do things last minute. But like if it's a really big gig, then I'll do it before. Like the gig I played on Saturday night at Tokyo Sing Song. I started like a month before, and I haven't done that in a while. But then I'm going out the door, and my best friend calls me and tells me about the new Dr. Peacock and Dimitri K song, Trip to Greece, and I downloaded it right away and just threw it in. Yeah. Like last minute.
Yeah, nice. So, yeah, well, I mean, that's like, it's always going to happen, though, if like a fucking banger comes out on the day.
That's what's like, annoying. You're just like, it's like the day after or day before, you're like, fuck, I have to change my set again. I have to use this song. Yeah,
well, you can't not. It's like you gotta have the satisfaction of like playing that fucking song. It's just like, it's like it's like when Behemoth came out, it's just like, everyone knows it, everyone's gonna play it. It's like, I don't care if you played it 5 minutes before me.
Weeble wobble now.
Yeah. Oh, so you're on the Weeble wobble. Yeah, that's a great segue, because I want to know about this, because what I've seen, you've been really kind of shifting yourself a little bit to that 140, creeping with the dubstep kind of side to your sets. What sparked that? Have you just been listening to all kinds of different stuff?
I've always loved that stuff. I've always loved that. That's what I call ketamine music. It literally sounds like freeform dub as well. I've listened to that for fucking ages. Like I remember seeing what is it? What's their name? Shades?
Not 100% sure.
I think it's Alex Perez.
Right.
At Chinese Laundry, and that's like his side project, and they do like really wonky, dark, deep, experimental sounds, kind of like G Jones, but a little more slowed down, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right. So you've always kind of really been into that style anyway. You've just kind of implemented it.
Yeah, I love that shit.
What's your favorite dubstep song then, like 140 song?
Oh, that's such a hard
Okay, I'll pull it back. What's your favorite artist then, right now?
Dub artist right now. I'm gonna give such an annoying answer, but he's been so popular. He's getting like so popular in the States. I love Crank That.
Oh, nah, come on. He's so good. Are you serious? I love Crank That because of his Instagram as well. His Instagram's the best. You see when he does like...
Nicolas Cage on the Rider.
Yeah. The fucking jokes. I fucking love that guy, because I think he really embodies like the idea of dubstep really well, where it's just like fun. Yeah. It's just a bit of fun. It's just fucking stupid music.
I think that's why I like him, because he just doesn't give a shit, and it's like so unhinged, but like at the same time, it's like executed so well.
Yeah. No, it's fucking great. Who else? Are there any other dub artists that you're really into right now?
I used to, but I haven't like listened to the music for a while. I used to love G Jones. Shanghai Doom, they're a good, like, really wonky duo as well. Can't really think of anything else, but like, I'm trying to like diversify myself.
Yeah.
Because I've been stuck in a bubble of the same music for so long, and now it's just like, oh my god, there's so much other better music out there. I need to like get out and try other things.
Yeah, of course. Well, what's been your favorite genre of music to mix right now?
A hard techno.
Hard techno
with D&B. It's so fun.
Oh,
So dumb, but it's so fun. And I kind of just felt like I don't think I've ever like really seen anyone do it. Like, I'm not saying people don't do it.
yeah, of course.
I think here, but I have friends who mix both separately, and I've loved them both. I'm like, let's put this at 170. Let's see what that sounds like, and it works, but it's just weird.
No, 100%. Well, I think that's the best way to do it. Just chuck some songs up, move them down, just try some new shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like I was literally just looking at Josh's story. You know, Jikasa.
He does hard. Yeah, I love him.
He's
Hardstyle
so
D&B.
fucking good. Yeah, literally, because that just reminded me instantly just then of like. Just like fine, just like mucking around with stuff. You can just find so much cool shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it might be weird, but it's cool. You know what I mean? Like no one's doing that. It's like, give it a fucking crack. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about getting into music production?
No.
Not you?
I've tried. It's hard. I think like to want to make music and be a gamer, it's there and like work a full-time job and like consistently have gigs. Like it would take up any free time. And like obviously there's people that I know that do it, which actually brings me to who an inspiration is. She's in Perth. Her name is Jess, aka Vixen. And she's absolutely wonderful as well. And she's been like studying music production under Shock One, and she's insane as well. And I'm gonna play some of her music at Amanu. Like
nice.
Absolutely insane. She was a teacher for Your Shot Perth. I think it was last year. I can't remember if she's doing it this year, but she's great as well. Right. She does a lot of like dark, minimal dub. She does dubstep as well.
Nice.
Like a mixture of everything, but she's great.
Wow, under Shock One too. Fucking fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. She showed me stuff that she had been making after she started with him. And it's like a phenomenal difference. Like her production was already really good, but after that I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
That's so good. Having Shock One as a mentor. Fucking shout out to Shock One.
Yeah.
Fucking legend. How do you find the balance between your work life, your personal life, your DJing? Because I know it can be such a hard balancing game to kind of just find your groove in that, because, you know, people are just busy. It's like a human condition to be fucking busy and stressed.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, and how do you find balance for yourself?
I just don't overly obsess with, like, if I have to make sets, like, with anything. Oh, well, what my therapist taught me being ADHD, you need to break everything up into blocks. And if you don't break it up into blocks, you'll just end up like overdoing it and like resenting it. And I think that's what happened at the beginning of DJing, is because I would spend so much time practicing the sets and so much time making the sets and not breaking it up into like segments. So breaking things up into little bits and pieces for anything that you do, like I've personally found has helped a lot.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because I'm the exact same way with that kind of thing. Because I completely agree with that. Because I think if you don't let yourself just focus on just those little things at a time, it's like the way I describe it to my girlfriend, the way I describe it to Grayson is like, it's like you're just sprinting on a treadmill, but you're just standing still, because you're thinking about so much that you just don't think about anything.
That's ADHD. In a nutshell. Yep.
It
is.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like, yeah, because then you're absolutely right. You just fucking resent it, and you're just like, oh my God, like I don't want to do this anymore. Like it's too much. What are some coping mechanisms? So when you break things down, is that just would you break down kind of bigger tasks, or do you go your day by day just by those little steps to kind of help you keep everything under control?
Yeah, I'll just go day by day, and like when I remember to like add songs to a playlist or like download music and like try and like organize things in Record Box, it helps. But sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
It just depends on the day.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, fucking no one's ever going to remember everything.
No.
Especially not when you just fucking, everything's just going a million miles an hour.
Yep.
Do you have any tips and tricks to like get yourself organized? Because I mean, I asked that because I've recently discovered the wonders of Google Calendar. It's fucking crazy.
Yes.
Would recommend.
Yes.
The fucking best. Is there anything that you do?
A calendar for everything. It helps. And especially with like talking to people about like your music library. As soon as you download songs, just analyze them. Just fucking do it. It takes a second. I was literally talking to one of the Obnoxious Boys, Ty. He said he's only like halfway through like a few thousand songs. I'm like, bro, why? I love him, but I love you, Ty, but you're an asshole sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when people do that, like I did it at first.
Yeah.
And then I was like at like maybe 800 songs. Nothing was analyzed, and then I sat down because being in the club and they're not analyzed, it fucks you over.
So bad. So fucking bad. Have you ever gotten to having this? Are you speaking from experience there?
Yes.
Yeah. What happened there?
Just not doing it myself properly. Like, and like obviously when you like try to line it up in Record Box, you can always have like the master sync there, so it just naturally lines it up.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget it's on, so then I go to put it on my deck, so I'm like, what the spinning the jog. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, 100%. So I'd love to know as well, where do you see yourself if you weren't going to be doing music?
I have no idea. Just
fucking
keep
hanging
going
out.
to events and supporting everyone else.
If you could choose to do anything you want, let's just say money, like a fucking genie comes out of a lamp and it just gives you the opportunity to do anything you want, be anywhere you want in terms of career, like would you want to be a DJ full time, or would you find something else? What else would you want to do?
Like I want to go back to school and do nursing. That's something I've always wanted to do. It's like, because I just like helping people.
Nice.
But like to be a DJ full time, that'd be fucking hard. You'd have to take a lot of gigs of music you don't like.
Yeah.
4-hour sets of like minimal jazz or R&B. And I get it. It's good. It's good money, but I'm just like, I feel like that would just kill the spark.
Yeah. No, I had a friend in Canberra who was a bit like that too. He kind of got down that rabbit hole, and he was just like,
and it's hard to get out of it once you get into it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, you mentioned you've always wanted to do nursing. Was that when you were younger? Is that something that you always wanted to do? Was like nursing? Was that your main kind of like? Yeah. Nice. So where are you working now then?
I work in a cafe. I'm a barista.
Nice.
So I just get to talk shit.
Nice.
But when I lived in the States, I used to work in a nursing home. And I did enjoy it, even though the management was fucking shit. But I'd like to go back and like maybe like work in a clinic. Like my mom is a nurse, and she's like the boss at the job she works at. She works in a Suboxone clinic. Because where she lives in the States is like the East Coast. There's like a pandemic of heroin issues there.
Oh,
it's bad there. Like here it's ice, there it's heroin.
It's crazy over there. It's crazy. It's like, I mean, I saw documentary about Philadelphia, and it's just like,
it's about a 3.5 hour drive from where my mom lives.
Oh, it's just so fucked.
Yeah, it's like half really nice in Philly. Like really, really nice.
Yeah,
you'll be on one side of the street.
Yeah.
And then you go down and there's just crackheads. Like I went there. I can't remember what year it was. It must have been like 2012. I saw ASAP. I think it was Ferg and Danny Brown. And
Oh,
literally,
yeah.
we were in the crowd, and like my friend and I were just smoking a joint,
Yeah.
and this guy just literally asked if we wanted crack.
Oh, it's like, oh,
Yeah, good old
oh.
Philly.
Oh, I might just no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Normal.
Fucking crazy. Yeah.
Normal there.
How long were you in the States for?
Well, I moved here in 2015.
So you grew up in the States.
Yeah.
Right. So you grew up in Philadelphia.
3 hours from there. So like the capital is Harrisburg, and my mom lives about 45 minutes south of the capital of Pennsylvania.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, it's a crackhead state.
Yeah. How was that? What was it like growing up there? Did you grow up there your whole childhood? Or did you move around
I was
a little
born
bit?
and raised in California, but my parents split, and I moved to Pennsylvania when I was about like 10, 11.
Right.
So a lot of my like later years, but like coming here was a massive culture shock because like where I grew up and going to town and like clubbing there, it was substantially different.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the biggest differences?
Like obviously the music, because like we weren't spoiled for choices with like electronic music, and just like the drug use coming here just blew my mind because there it's all downers. Like everyone there is about like pain pills, Xannies. Anytime I would see like MDMA would only be when I went to like EDC, Electric Forest, shit like that. And then I came here and I saw people
fucking different
in the club. I was like, oh, okay. It took me a while to get used to because like it actually was just like shocking.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is. It is crazy when you see the other cultures and you're just like, oh my god, Australia's so grubby. Fuck.
Yeah, you guys are.
Like,
but
it's fucking insane.
It's good fun though.
It is
fun though.
It is pretty funny. It's like I think my biggest realization of that was when Grayson and I went to the US because her family's from there, and we went to, it was over New Year's. We went to oh, I'm happy like no, it was Countdown. It was Countdown. It was like a big dubstep festival, and just like everywhere you look, everyone's just kind of standing there, but everyone's just ripped. Because it's California and everyone's just so stoned. And it's so funny because you like I'd show people the videos here. Like I'd show Angus a video or something and he'd just be like, dude, that crowd's fucking dead, dude. What's going on?
It's weird,
Everyone's
isn't
just
it?
high. Everyone's just fucking ripped. It's so funny. And then you come here and you gotta like listen out and you're just like, oh, like touch base. It's just like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. So were you really into your EDM over there?
Yeah.
Always have been, always will be.
But just didn't get to experience as many events. Like here, we're like I said, spoiled. But before COVID, oh my god, the amount of artists I've seen. I saw Liquid Stranger at Chinese Laundry. It was so good.
Oh,
he played
basic.
Crippled Camel by Downlink. And I was just like sitting there, I'm like, this song came out in like, what, 2008, 2009? I'm just like, oh my god, I feel like I'm a teenager again when he played that.
Yeah. Oh, that fucking Laundry. Can't say it enough. It always comes back to it. Everything always comes back to Laundry.
I know.
Can't escape it.
I know.
It's too good.
It was a big part of me going out in Sydney.
Yeah, 100%. How did you find it when you first moved over here? What prompted your move over here? What made you want to leave the States?
Something different. Just change. It was boring where I lived.
Yeah. Was it mainly just kind of like one of those things where you just get into the same routine, same thing happening?
Yeah. I liked it here. I came here to visit, found a way to stay, and here I am.
Nice.
I love it here.
Do you go back to the States very much?
I was going to go back within COVID, and then now the war with Russia and Ukraine, it's made the price of fucking jet fuel, so flights.
Yeah.
Like literally just when I went to Perth for New Year's, it was just like $800.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fucking insane. It's literally just cheaper to go fly. I know someone was saying it's cheaper to just fly to Bali than it is to go to Perth or Northern Territory. It's like, fucking hell.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, fucking, what are you gonna do? But I'd love to know, like, when you first moved over, How'd you find that kind of first like transitional period for you? Like, did you settle in quite quickly? Did you kind of find your groove, or?
It took a while. Took quite a while to get used to some things here.
What was the main
Money.
thing?
There's no more gallons. There's liters. There's no feet. There's meters, kilometers. But now I think being here for so long, like when I go back, I'll have to detransition and like get used to everything back there again. Because I've been here for so long, like I think it's just now embedded into my brain.
Yeah, you completely switched over. You're on the metric now.
Yeah.
Onto
the right
matrix.
one.
Yeah,
The right system.
Were you ever planning to go back to the US, or do you want to stay here for?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go back for a bit. It's much cheaper to study over back home.
Right.
Here.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Because I know. So, how does it work over there? Do you have to pay up front for like all your schooling stuff?
Yeah, but it's super cheap. Like I go back and do like a registered nursing course for like, I looked into it's like $12,000.
Yeah, right, for the whole course.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's really cheap.
That is pretty fucking good. That's so ideal.
Yeah, that's like the main reason why I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
And here it's about, it's like 4.5 times that.
Yeah.
More than that. I think one semester, because here you guys call them enrolled nurses. I think so. Yeah, I think it's an enrolled nurse.
Oh, I'd love to know,
that's what
but
it
I really
is.
don't think.
But yeah, I think here a semester is like 18 to 20 grand.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Bring it back around to music though. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years for yourself in your music career?
I have no idea because like I'm having fun with it and it's great, but for myself personally, like I do want to go back home. I want to see my family. I want to go back to school. Like maybe I would make mixes in the future, but I think in the next like 5 or 10 years, like for myself, I'll personally probably slow down.
100%. Yeah. Well, I think you gotta focus on what you want to do.
I'll never stop going to events though. I'll go until I'm like 70.
Fuck yes, raving in the fucking nursing home. It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
It's gotta happen.
Nursing home goes to Boomtown.
Yeah. Oh my god, I fucking love that. They just had like a little section as well, and just like these wholesome fucking old people just like bopping their heads off at Boomtown to boo. Oh, I'd love that. I'd fucking get around that 100%. I think to wrap it up, I'd love to ask, what's your number one advice you've learnt to a DJ coming up? They're figuring out what they're doing. They're figuring out themselves. They're figuring out how they fit into this crazy fucking scene. What would be one piece of advice you give to someone like that?
Expect nothing. You're not entitled to... Well, I think that can go for anything. Like, I think the more you just want to be yourself and just do it for the fun of it. Like, obviously, it gets to a point where you need to be serious and professional. But I think if you just don't expect anything out of it, you're not going to get upset. And then more naturally, like, gigs will come to you. Because I remember, like, talking to a few people and they're like, when are the gigs going to come? When are the gigs going to come? And I think you just need to, like, make friends with the people first. Because it's not to like put anyone down, but if you're new, like in this scene, that's a no one. If you are someone who's not well known, like the promoter's not going to just put you on. They're going to be like, who are you? Have I ever talked to you before? But if you go to their events, obviously they're going to put you on. But I feel like sometimes Sydney is a bit unfair. I wish it was a little more fair to people because like I've tried my best to try and get other people booked. And I've only asked ever for 3 gigs, ever. When I found out Serum was coming here, I begged.
You have to.
And who else did I ask? I asked about diagnostics, but I didn't get on that.
It's going to be worth a shot.
I know, but that's okay. I'm so excited to go to that gig. And what was the other one? I can't remember. Maybe it was only 2 then. Oh, Enai. Enai was supposed to come here. And someone was working it out and it didn't happen. But yeah, like, I think, obviously, like, some people, like I said earlier, they'll send their mixes to promoters. But I'm like, if you don't know them, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think it's personally weird. Like, obviously, if you want to get yourself signed to someone, fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
if they post, hey, can you send people send mixes, do it. But if it's just out of the blue, like, I think that's the wrong way to, like, kind of, like, promote yourself and get out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a great kind of like summed up way to put that is like the expect nothing. I really, 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 really like that because it's like I think the idea of like anyone's entitled to anything is just ridiculous. And I think that you need to have that humility before you can get anything. And I think that that's one of the most important things that you can have as a fucking person just in your life.
Yes.
So you shouldn't expect shit. Like, why should you expect anything? Do you know
And then
what
when
I
it
mean?
happens, I'm just like, oh my God, why?
Right, yeah.
Why is this happening to me?
Yeah. Because I think that like you really feel that. And it's just like, you can tell when people think that they deserve something. You can feel that kind of energy. And it's not nice to be around, I don't think.
I'm not gonna name names, but I've seen quite a bit of it.
Well, yeah, of course. You don't need to start like you don't need to go around and start.
No,
fucking
I'm not gonna do
being-
that. But yeah, it's just like, and then it makes it easier to talk to those people. They're nice, they're friendly. Like, obviously, they'll be like, yeah, come to my event.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, yeah, because I think that one of the most important things, like anything, is like when people are social people. Like people are social fundamentally.
Yeah.
And you need that. And it's like you have to focus on those connections first before anything else. And yeah, not to expect anything and to just expect to like just be a good person.
Yeah. Support the
just-
scene.
Yeah, 100%.
It's fucking hurting right now.
Yeah, 100%.
We need all the help we can get.
Exactly. We need people to just be kind to people and just lift other people up. It's the only way to do it. And I think that you just like karma comes around as well.
100%.
That's it. Because if you're like shitting on people, if you're thinking that you're better than other people, like, yeah, I'll see you in a year. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
that's never gonna be sustainable. No one's like, people are not stupid. People are gonna know that. So yeah, I really like that advice. Just expect nothing. Two just so simple words, but it really makes a lot of sense.
It got me really far.
100%. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's the episode.
Hell yeah.
Fucking oath.